that she didn't mention the
But she said all of us find the way that we are.
That's the
Sign.
best zodiac sign.
Oh.
But did you hear
The
the part
best
where she
people
said,
are... No, she should have mentioned us as top 3. Then now said the remaining for the video.
hey, God.
Hello.
You see, that's why it's not a competition.
It
That's
is
why,
a
that's why
competition.
I like this song, because she's saying that all of us find the way that we are. Whether you're Leo, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini,
or Yoruba Jimo.
anyone where you be, we are all alright. And love your own skin, love yourself in your own skin. Just be that
Be
person
confident.
who, yes, would not prefer to be another person. That's what breeds jealousy and envy and killing your own fellow woman or man because you feel like you should be better than them. Welcome back. This is still What's Hot on Reading 93.7 FM, where we talk about everything trending on social media. Eniola, please give us another story.
All right, moving on to next conversation. A 47-year-old woman without medical qualifications has been arrested over illegal cesarean sections linked to medical complications in Anambra. So the Anambra state government has intensified its crackdown on illegal medical practice with the arrest of a 47-year-old woman, Mrs. Onyechi. Right? I got that right, Vera? Onyechi. Okay.
Yes.
Esther Charles, who is accused of carrying out surgical procedures without the required medical qualifications. So Mrs. Onyechi is an indigene of Abia State, married to a man from Anambra State, Anambra East local government area actually, where she reportedly performed CS, normal vaginal deliveries and other surgical procedures despite lacking the necessary medical training and authorizations. Wow, this is bad. Okay, let me take a couple of comments. This is from Adanaya, and she says, how can someone with brain even come here for a surgery? No matter how cheap a fee is, why are you endangering your life? And people reply that the first reply says, it is poverty, my sister. That is the power of poverty. When people don't have any other options, what do you think they will do? And Safia also replied that saying, you will be surprised by the amount of people that actually patronize all this local birth attendant. I remember when my mom gave birth to us many years ago too. 4 children, she never went to the hospital. It was all in the house with midwives. She gave birth to all of us safely. The last child that she wanted to try hospital for, or she tried hospital for rather, she died with the child. I'm not saying it is good, but there are many women who give birth with these people, and the funny thing is they are mostly successful. So mostly, but not all cases, mostly. How much do you think they deliver children? Pray against poverty, cause lack of money is everything. Nelly says, I think she has been doing it successfully before this complicated one, but see the equipment she's using now. This is bad. Okay, Claudia says, I have many questions. Who is doing the anesthesia for the CS? How does she know the layer to suture? What suturing technique is she using? So many questions because I can't get over this. And the last one, Adakar says, if the government made medicals accessible to people, then our victims will have no business with her. This is all the failure of the government. In 2026, we are still dealing with this kind of nonsense. Our healthcare sector in this country is clearly not doing its job. I mean, that was what came to my mind when I saw it, because many times on this show we have talked about healthcare. I remember a particular one that stuck with me, where I've forgotten the local government, but these people, they came out and they were making videos about it, that the primary healthcare that was supposed to cater to the people, it was overgrown with bushes. Like, they did not even complete the project, right? They left it undone and it was already overgrown with bushes, no doctors, no equipment. And I'm like, how do you expect the people in this kind of community to function? I mean, you will not tell people not to give birth. People are always going to give birth. And if not even if we know with how Nigeria is poor, not everybody can access all this private medical hospital and all that. Not everybody has the kind of money they are going to ask for. So people have no other options than to go for this local midwives and all that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even trying to undermine the role of these midwives. I mean, a lot of them have been doing this job for a long time and they are very good. It is only when complications arise that they transfer their patients to the hospital and all that. But still, this woman took it to the extreme length. She was conducting surgeries, not even only CS. She was doing other medical procedures. You need to say how the equipment were looking dirty, how the environment she was doing all of this was even so dirty. But then again, we have hospitals in Nigeria where surgeons use their phone touchlight to do surgeries. So what are we saying? Is there even really a difference?
Honestly, people were blaming them in the comments, saying that some people said they don't like their life, but that's something about poverty. Poverty dehumanizes you sometimes, that your thinking facility is not working again, and even if it's working, you don't have a choice, because if it's not this woman now, it means that maybe you'd have to travel, because this is a local community, right? So it means that you have to even travel to maybe town. Before you would travel to town, maybe the woman would have died. So it's even a better alternative for them. Like, okay, let us really go and meet this woman. The healthcare system has been failing Nigerians. That's continues to fail us, because even people that have money is failing. They have much more people that don't have money, and it's because of the failures of the healthcare system. That's why somebody like this woman can thrive. And I really do hope that the health minister in this country, he knows his job, he knows what he's doing, he knows how he can put steps or put measures in place to make our healthcare system better, so that at least poverty will not be a reason why people will be risking their lives through the hands of quack doctors or quack medical personnel.
The problem is actually compounded from where I stand, and apart from just the fact that the health system needs to be improved, until we had the conversation about the governor that is marrying off 300 young people and giving 250,000 naira as dowry to the young men. Yes, as dowry. So that worries me, because this is a northern thing, and it's now like the status quo when it comes to the northern area of Nigeria. Now you will find out that in such places you have plenty women like this woman who is operating illegally over there, because first of all, you already have people that should have been doing something else. If the government really had them in mind, they should have been learning machine learning, robotics, skill acquisition or whatever. But the best thing that the government failed to do for young people is to marry them off to go and start giving birth. Now these people that they have already paid their dowry, they don't have money to even have a roof over their head. How much more to go and pay hospital bill? So they'll rather go to one auntie nurse or whatever they call it in their dialect in the corner to give birth than to go to the hospital. They can't even afford antenatal. So this is a serious system structure problematic error that we're talking about here. It's one thing to arrest the woman. Of course, we'll say, okay, the police is doing their job. But then this job, is it being helped by the other system in the society? In every administration that have come, they have overlooked so many things when it comes to health. Imagine that the women who have been going to this woman have never one day reported the woman. That's to tell you that they trust this woman more than, the government hospital that they will go to and tell them that there is no space. And they will watch other pregnant women die because there is no doctor available. I beg. Or you go to the hospital and they start sending you from hospital to hospital because they'll tell you this hospital does not have incubator, or they'll tell you this hospital does not have scan. You have to go all the way to go and do scan. A pregnant woman, before they'll start looking for how to transport you back to the hospital to tell the doctor the results. Then you now wait for doctor to finish with one patient. Nigeria.
And
I feel
like they should know. See, this woman, she has been helping the government. Matter of fact, see, they should temper justice with mercy, because as much as what she has been doing is terrible, it's just that there are a lot of her out there. This is one of millions.
Exactly.
So if they want to really throw stones at this woman, they should throw stones at themselves first.
Honestly, and it's not like other countries don't even have quacks and all that. I mean, we're having the conversation after TV where our boss was even saying, oh, you know that for the quacks in civilized countries, you know that these are people that got their license stripped away, or people that went to school but they were never licensed and all that, so they still kind of have the knowledge but they just cannot practice legally, so they are going about it the illegal way. But mostly for Nigeria, we have all these pharmacies, all these chemists, they call it chemists, where some of them just learned this profession. It's more like buying and selling. A lot of them don't even know what this medicine does. I mean, I've even gone to a standard pharmacy. That's the crazy thing. A lot of standard pharmacies are even actually employing this quack chemist because somebody yeah, maybe because okay, like there are some yeah, a lot of them have like branches and all that, so they are kind of standards. You get what I'm saying? Like there is a popular one I'm not going to name. Yeah, but I went there. I think they employed a quack because this person prescribed a medicine to me, and because I'm not well versed, though my mom was a pharmacist, but I'm not well versed, so my auntie also know about this, but she does not practice because she's not a pharmacist too, but she has the knowledge. So the medicine they gave to me, I kept on using it, and it felt like my health was getting worse. And at a point I was talking to my auntie about it, and I gave it to her that this is what I'm using, this is what was prescribed to me, and she was like, you are not supposed to use more than 3 of this in a span of a month. Why are you using it? And this lady gave me 2 sachets which are 10, and I was even trying to question that I'm supposed to get only 1 sachet, but because she wanted to sell, she said I needed to buy 2, and I bought 2. Yeah, you understand, because even me, I felt like it was up, but she was like, oh, because your condition is so this that, you have to use it. And I'm like, I'm to use the 20. She said yes, every day I should be using each. And then I kept getting bad. So when I told my auntie was like, oh my god, do you want to kill yourself? You're supposed to use only 3, and now you have abused this. I had already used 7. Imagine. So she just had to take away the medicine from me, and so imagine the kind of risk they are putting people at.
See, I'm so sorry, and our systems are so bad, because imagine if it were to be a working system, you could have
exactly.
Yes. But now even if you want to go and sue,
she will even deny you that you
make una no talk say na only me they get experience. I've even had a case where a hospital gave me expired drugs, and I'd already almost finished before I saw that the drug was already way past the date I should have used it. And I went back to complain. They were apologizing. Oh, we are so sorry. And some medications, they still have shelf lives. The expiry date is just to let people know that, oh, it's no longer potent. Like they were trying to justify, and I'm like, a whole big hospital. I didn't go to a pharmacy because I wanted to avoid this. And
they'll tell you that it's their word against you.
Exactly.
Because there's no street camera, first of all, to even prove that you went there. So they'll tell you, oh, we are not sure you ever came here. Are you sure it's this place? And I want to say something that I know someone, big shout out to her. She's my friend, by the way. She's a pharmacist, and she said she didn't want to practice. And then, her family was bothered. They called me over and talked to your friend. What's going on now? I'm like, babe, have fun now. Why you know one practice? She said that people are already reaching out to her to give out her license so that they can open pharmacy. She said,
can you imagine?
She said that
her license.
Yes, she didn't want to do that as well. And then one thing she said was that her conscience cannot handle the kind of thing that goes on in the medical field. That when she was, when she was not student 7, and also after 7 she took a job that she did not even stay 4 months. She left she left a pharmacy that she will not work there anymore, and she does not think she wants to practice. So she started going into tech, trying to understand the nitty-gritties. And then I asked her, she said no, the kind of things that happen there, that people would sell drugs just because they want to sell, and they give pharmacists targets in a pharmacy.
Wow.
So you go there,
so you're desperate to sell.
Yes,
so
who
knows if the lady had a target? Yes.
Because
wow.
Probably she had a target to meet. So the girl said the kind of atrocities that goes on there, she's not ready to do it. Her conscience cannot carry
You
it.
know, the kind of things that happens in Nigeria when they tell somebody, especially if you're coming from a civilized country and you're hearing, you'll be like, how are you guys still surviving? How are you all still alive with this kind of practice? Because imagine a pharmacy giving the attendants targets to meet. What do you think will
And
be
the
going
person
on?
that is giving the pharmacist target is not a pharmacist,
Oh.
it's the owner of the pharmacy.
It's not someone that
Both
has
of-
money.
Yes,
That's
they're
okay.
going
Which
to go and
business
buy
you like
license.
to capitalism? You see, capitalism is killing all of us, and that's why we must move to socialism.
And-
So that everybody will be okay. It's true.
It can never end, actually.
It can
Because,
actually.
eh,
Because before capitalism,
it-
there was something.
Baby
But
girl.
it might not end in our time. But I know capitalism will still end. And I'm
Can
waiting
I
for
say
that now.
amen to that? I don't know because okay, let's talk about this pharmacy thing now. There are still pharmacists who also want to get money from both ways. They probably have a job in a pharmacy and then they're also giving out their license to odogus that feel like they have money to go and open pharmacy.
no.
Where they will
Names.
so they are making money from their license and also making money from
So they are
working
renting out
physically.
their licenses and
so this
they're
person
still
now go and
working.
open a
Nigeria,
pharmacy
oh.
ignorantly and also give a pharmacist target.
To meet.
Amo,
Well,
it's a compounded issue, but this is why we have to draw the curtain for today. My name is Vera Chuku. Please stay safe out there and have a wonderful day if you can.
Yes, I support Vera. Stay safe. But how safe can one be? Let's just intensify our prayers because the only prayer we get at this point. My name is President Bacha, and I'll see you tomorrow with much better vibes.
crazy times, honestly. But thank you.